Hello guys, I'm here again on another volume of my hometown. As you can see here, we're at the Smith River Greenway Children's Interactive Trail. This is a place I used to take Liam when he was little, and I take Pepper every once in a while down here with, for a little walk. It's located over here at the Eden YMCA. I don't know if you can see the YMCA emblem on the front of the building over there, but you might can see the sign right there, right over there. But yeah, I'm gonna zoom it back out, that way you guys can see everything here. Just in case you got your doggy, grab you a few of those, you might need it. But it says welcome. Join me on an adventure. Got places for you to sit. Nice little nature walk here. All kinds of little bushes and flowers. A nice little paved trail for you to walk on. But yeah, guys, this is another little thing that we can do here in my town is walk through the woods. This is just one of the best places about being in one of the most boring cities in the most boring states in the United States. All right, let's see what we got here. And this is storyboard number 1. It says, Penelope and her friends hear a tweet tweet. They look up and see a blue bird in a tree. Can you find it? Can you find something else that is blue? All right, we're lurking up in the trees. Oh, I think I see what they see. Do you guys see blue birds in a tree? Yep, there they are. All right, well, we found the first one. I didn't say they were going to be mathematicianal, but you can look around and look up. You can see that there's plenty of trees. All right, looks like we're coming up to another little billboard over here on the walking trail. You see it curves around. All right, let's see here what this one says. It says, Penelope and her friends love finding insects. They find a giant butterfly. Can you count its legs? Show Penelope how a butterfly moves. All right, let's see. Do we see any butterflies? Oh, where could those pesky little... wait a minute. What do we hear? Could that possibly be... Oh my goodness. We have butterflies. Oh my goodness. There they are. Now, I'm not walking over there to count any legs, because as you guys can see down here, I see poison oak and possibly poison ivy as well. So you don't really want to go traunching through the woods unless you know what you're doing. I'm not really allergic to this stuff. As a kid, I used to climb on poison oak vines and stuff. But yeah, we found the butterflies. We found the butterflies. Now we can move on. Looks like there's a little creek. You guys can see the little creek down here at the bottom. Rocks.
Hello.
Good morning, ladies. And then see if we can get a better look at the. There's a little creek running through there and goes over there and up underneath the road and keeps going. Look over here, and we got a birdhouse. I wonder if there's any birds living in that house. I can definitely hear them. Alright, let's scroll back out here. There we go. You've got a little wider place, and that's the creek running down through there. Nothing but woods, guys. Nothing but woods. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got up here? We got something going on right here as we come around the curve. What is it? Ooh, wait a minute. We got a nice view of the creek. We got a nice little view of the creek right here. Let me make sure I'm not stepping on any snakes, because yeah, I always have to worry about that. Right here, you guys can see we got a nice little creek running through here. There's on and on all the way around. But that isn't what caught my attention. What caught my attention was, see that blue thing right there? That's what caught my attention. That's right here. We got some more. The creek right there, little creek. Mike can look in there and find a crawdad or two. But we got another little thing here. Let's pull back so we can read it. It says Penelope and her Penelope and her friends want to cross a river. Can you show her how? Oh my goodness. We get to show Penelope how to cross a river by walking on a balance beam. I haven't walked a balance beam in like forever. Oh my God, my old butt. All right, here we go, guys. Remember, we gotta stay. I got a little wobbly there. Got a little wobbly. All right, here we go. We made it to one corner. Can we continue? Can we continue? Oh, goodness, guys. All right, we made it to the next corner. Let's turn. All right, can we continue to do it? Or am I gonna fall off? If I fall off, feel free to hit the dislike button. Now watch me fall off. Oh, wait a minute. I am wibbling. Oof, what the heck? All right, the last part has fallen down. Oh my goodness, it's come down. I guess the city's gonna have to fix that part for the kitties. But we're gonna step down on it and we're gonna complete this balance beam. Here we go. It's really wobbly. And we did it, guys, and we did it. We completed the broken balance beam there. But yeah, it looks like they need to redig the hole, insert that, fix that right there, and restructure the, put the pole back where it needs to be, yeah, and all that stuff. You guys know. But if you're tired after all of that, you can take a break. I don't really want to take a break. I want to come over here and look at this creek a little more. This thing is kind of interesting. Because there's never... Watch your step, Nathan. Watch your step. Make sure you don't step on nothing. There's all kinds of little critters. There's brick in there, bruh. Somebody threw a brick in there. All kinds of little critters probably crawling around in that stuff, bruh. Maybe if we get to a spot where we can actually get closer, maybe we'll take a peek and see if we can see any crawfish or anything like that in there. Because when I was a kid, dude, I'd play in the, oh, wait a minute, we got a bird. He's on the Oh, he just flew off. Oh well. It was a blackbird. It'd have been hard to see him. Anyway, we got this nice little creek right here, bro. You guys can see it. Going through there. All right, looks like we're coming up on another little tale for Penelope. Another little something for Penelope. Let's see what it says here. Penelope and her grandmother love to play tic-tac-toe together. What game does your family like to play? And would you like to play a game? Sit down and play a few games. And over here, they have a little tic-tac-toe thing. I guess you can pick up a rock or something and use a rock or anything like that as your piece for tic-tac-toe, and you can sit here and play tic-tac-toe with your kid. Isn't that cool? I think it's pretty cool. All right, back up on the trail, guys. Back up on the trail. How you guys liking this little walking trail in my town here? My hometown ain't too bad, huh? Got plenty of birds chirping. I'll track you down later. All right, let's see what we got here. Uh-oh. I see something that is in desperate need of repair. It says, Penelope and her friends spot a frog and try to catch it. The frog jumps from stump to stump. Can you follow the frog? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would try to follow the frog, but I think that's going to be kind of impossible because it looks like a beaver or termites or something came through here. And it actually looks like vandalism, to be honest with you. And they hacked up the little stump right there that the kids would be using to play leapfrog with. Yeah, like this right here. It's kind of bad, actually. But yeah, we got people walking behind us and stuff. Conversations of other people. Yeah, oh my goodness, almost looks like a beaver dam right there. Look. Isn't that wild? Look, it's a little trail that walks down to it. Trying to make sure I don't step on nothing I ain't supposed to step on. Alright. Kind of let those ladies pass through here. Yeah, it looks like this thing's flooded out before. See if we see anything living in here. Any crawfish, any frogs, anything like that. I'm not seeing nothing, but I'm gonna get out of this. Back up to the trail. All right, back to the trail, guys. Back to the trail. Nice little hill right there. Wonder how far this trail goes, because it's gone from asphalt up there to now it's like really fine gravel. All right, number 6. Penelope and her friends are collecting rocks and pine cones. Which one do you think is heavier? Place one rock on one side of the scale and place one pine cone on the other side of the scale and see what happens. Well, guys, if you know, you know, all right? And I'm pretty sure this stuff is, yeah, it's like filled with cedar chips and stuff like that. And over here's that. So you can imagine there's been some kids back here playing, which is cool. It's awesome. All right, sewer main. It ain't too good for the creek. I hope they ain't dumping in the creek, dude. That would be horrible. That would ruin it, bruh. That would ruin it. Don't do that. Nah, actually, it's pipes that run parallel with it, and they go down to a sewage treatment plant. That's probably near the end of this trail here, to be honest. Let's see, when I was a kid, there was no trail here. This was a bike track. Believe it or not, this used to be a dirt bike track. when I was a kid, and I was like 10, 11 years old, we used to ride dirt bikes through here, and this used to be a dirt bike trail. And then the city decided that they would do something more with it, you know. So they converted the old dirt bike trail into a walking trail for everybody. All right. City of Eden, Smith River Greenway. This marks the location where on Friday morning, May 5th, 2017 at 3:18 a.m., an EF1 tornado with maximum winds of 110 miles per hour roared through Eden. I remember that. Cutting a path 375 yards wide and 3.3 miles long. Fortunately, there was no loss of life or personal injury. Yeah, we had a tornado touch down right here. And through this area here, it came in right here. And it went straight through this area here and then up behind the YMCA, through the baseball fields and stuff like that, tore up a bunch of concessions, and then it went on to destroy a few buildings and damage a couple of houses here and there. But yeah, we had a tornado come through this area. Actually, it was crazy. It was actually insane. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. We got another Penelope story to tell. What is Penelope getting into now, guys? What is Penelope doing? What do we got? It says, let's see here. Let's clear it off a little bit so we can see. It's gonna get all dirty, yeah. All right, anyway. It says, Penelope and her friends like to race. Can you and your friends race items down the ramp? Which item is fastest? Huh, okay, all right, let's see here. What have we got over here? Oh, we got a little ramp. Let's see, it looks like they've tried to race a stick down it. Okay, all right. And it looks like a wood chip and a rock. And then it looks like it kind of tilts down and over this way. So, yeah, I mean, get you like a little ball or something and roll it down it. It'd probably be a little fun for a little kid, you know. Try to make it to the end of the track. Because once it hits that spot right there, oh, there's a good chance it's just going to fall off the track right here. But yeah, nice little fun thing for Penelope and her friends to do. Me and you, however, we got other things to do, don't we? Yeah, and as you can see, the beautiful little creek right here. I mean, it has a nice little beautiful waterfall coming down it. And you see the other creek from the other side merging in to this creek here, right here, creating a small little waterfall for it to flow down. It's a beautiful place over here. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, Glenn was here in 2018. Kudos to you, Glenn. Kudos. All right, but yeah, it's got a nice little bitty little waterfall there, a little bitty small one from that creek that's just above it right there. I don't know if you guys can tell if that's water or not, but yeah, it's got a nice little creek. What would happen if that dam of a creek right there, if it burst? All that water flooding into this spot at one time. I wonder what would happen. We're not going to test that theory, though. We are not going to do it. Ooh, look. There's something in this one. There's something in this one. Let's see if we can see it moving. I mean, I can see it with my eyes, but I don't think we can see it with the camera. Let me see if I can get closer down in here for you guys here. think there's a frog in there. Alright guys, it's a nice little, like I said, nice little creek. Maybe you guys spotted something, maybe you didn't. Who knows? We might even capture Bigfoot in here, guys. We might even capture Bigfoot. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't see that dude with the dog. Beautiful white dog. I should have brought Pepper, but I was scared that he would be doing too much pooping, or maybe wouldn't behave on camera. So, you know, that's pretty much that, yeah. All right, see what we got going on over here. It's like a young lady with a baby coming up. Let's see here. We're gonna read what Penelope has got to say over here. Well, we got something. We got something over here. What do we got here? All right, it says, Penelope and her friends find a magical music wall. They hear many new sounds. How many sounds can you make? And we found the wall. Oh, let's see what all they got on the wall here. Let's see, they got a bucket. They got a pan, another kind of pan. And then over here, they got little different pipes too. And then a couple more different pans right here. All on a musical wall. It's pretty cool, ain't it? All right, and then over here, you know, we got more areas right here of the creek. I mean, this thing is nice. I actually like this. This is a nice little quiet place just to sit and think about things, you know. My hometown's full of quiet little places. Like I said, I know the best places. Big hill over here. And you can really see the creek now. We can actually walk all the way. We can actually view the creek pretty good. Let me extend this here a little bit. Yeah, I ain't gonna walk in the tall grass. All of that. There we go. There you guys have a better view of the creek as we're walking along. Continue. Look around and look. Up an overview. Here's a big shallow pool. We might can see something actually moving around in it. How cool, he's giving the doggy a little drink. Let him take a little drink over there. That's awesome. Oh yeah, there's some fish over there. All the way on the other side, but I don't want to get too far in there because I could take one step and have a snake bite me. That's the one fear, as you guys know, that I have is with snakes. But there was some fish right here at the base of this tree. see if I can zoom a little bit more for you guys here. Yeah, but I can see a bunch of little minnows. I can see a bunch of little minnows that's inside this creek right here. If I was hunting for minnows, to grab some minnows and then maybe go to the river, I would probably do that. All right, looks like we're almost to the end of our journey, guys. Wow, it's really murky where that guy let his dog come through here, so we don't have a good clean water for us to look through or look at to see the bottom, because it's all murky. Or that guy just let his dog come through here. But that's cool. That is cool. We don't need it at that spot, right? Right? We're good. We're good. We're gonna be checking out a lot of outdoorsy stuff in my hometown, guys. Remember, this is where I live. Peaceful, except for the sound of a truck going through. You know, not a lot of crime. Low volume. Oh, we made another Penelope. We got it to another Penelope. What's she saying this time? It says, Penelope's name starts with a P. She finds a pine cone hiding in the bushes. Can you find a pine cone? What is the first letter in your name? Comment down below, guys. What's the first letter in your name? Comment down below. All right, let me know. Let me know. And right here is the yellow pine cone. We found it, guys. We found the yellow pine cone. Now that might be the end of Penelope's adventures. We won't know until we get up here. And like I said, remember, this used to be a dirt bike trail, okay? And the city reformed it into what we have now. See, we used to come through here with our dirt bikes, sit back here. Remember, I was a bad kid. We did bad things. We'd sit back here and we'd drink and do whatever we wanted to before the city come through and made it into a walking trail. But yeah, this right here, nice little open area for the creek in case you want to take the chance to the kiddies. Another sewer vent. And like I said, the pipeline goes all the way out. Goes all the way out. But we're not going to follow the pipeline. We're following the trail. Okay. Now right here is where it gets interesting, guys. Right here is where it gets interesting. You can continue your walk, and you can go back to the YMCA. Or you can go to Kings Highway, which is right up there, right where that little convenience store is, which is probably where I'm gonna go and get me some water to drink. And then we got over here, this area here leads to Meadow Road, which you can go all the way on the trail to Meadow Road, which we're not going to do that today. We're going to start a part 2 to volume 2 at Meadow Road on this part of the trail, because this takes you further and into the woods of Eden here, you know. But we're going to finish with reading the last page of Penelope's adventure. Right here, guys. And then we're going to conclude with our adventure. It says, after a day of adventure, Penelope feels sad about leaving her friends. She practices being a star. She takes a moment to smile, take a deep breath, and relax. That's pretty cool. Star, smile, take a deep breath, and relax. Star. That's pretty cool, right? All right, anyway. Try visiting the safe space to learn more about feelings. All right, and they got a nice little safe space area with a broken step. It's not good. It's not good, guys. We gotta let the city know. We gotta come down here and fix that before a kid gets tetanus. See those screws sticking out on the side of that thing? Some little kid could run up here and scratch their leg up. But in here, they got little things. Let's climb up in here and see what it has. It says, give it a try. Standing up, cross your ankles. Now cross your right wrist over your left. Turn your hands so your thumbs are facing the floor. Put palms together and interlace fingers. Bend your elbows out and gently turn your hands down and toward your body until they rest on the center of your chest. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Relax and breathe. You did it. You turned yourself into a pretzel. Oh my God. I don't think I want to do that. I'm too old for that. Here we go. This is right here. It says smile, take a deep breath and relax. Practice belly breathing where the tummy goes out when the air goes in, and in when the air goes out. Try exhaling slower, and then you inhale. You did it! All right, and then further down, we got some more signs. All right, we got a balloon, and it says, place your hands on top of your head and interlace your fingers. Breathe in through your nose as you raise your arms, inflating an imaginary balloon. Release the air in the balloon by pursing your lips, exhaling slowly, lowering your arms and making a sound. You did it! Well, I could do that when I eat Taco Bell. Yeah, I know, right? All right, and this one over here, give it a try, the drain. Extend arms out, pretending your arms are faucets. Tighten arm, shoulder, and face muscles. Exhale slowly, making a sound, and release all your muscle, draining out the stress. You did it. We did it. We did it, guys. We did it. Oh, I did it too. Oh my God, my back is too old for this. All right, we did it. Whew. All right, we read all the stuff. We did all the things. Now let's sit over here on one of these little chairs. It's got a nice little tin roof over it. Little building. Some place to run if it rains. All right, let me set up my dew flingy. Guys. You know how these videos are. You know how they roll. Shouldn't have to tell you by now. There we go. Remote. Bluetooth it. Alright. Let me get a good little spot here for it. Alright, yeah, that's good. Finally, I get to sit down. Anyway, guys, we're glad. That is not a good way to sit down. Here we go. Now I feel like I'm talking to you. All right, guys. It was a great little walk we had. Y'all got to see a little bit of one of the nature trails that we have here in my town. This isn't the only one. There's several, in fact. But the next time we come out, we will explore the Meadow Road arrow, and I will take you guys down the next trail heading down in that direction. And I want you guys to have an awesome, terrific day. I'm hoping this clicker is going to work when I click it and cut the video off. If it doesn't, I'll manually do it. But y'all have an awesome, terrific day. And get out, enjoy the world, touch some grass, look at your hometown. I bet you can find a few things there that you will enjoy. Until the next time, guys, boots out.